We're joined here by head coach Chris Armas. We're facing our first preseason game in Florida tomorrow against D.C. United. Can you talk about the things the team learned from those first three scrimmages there in Mexico?
Well, listen, we've learned a lot because we have a lot of new faces still with some new guys in the back line. With Chidozie and Ian Murphy, we have some center backs there getting up to speed with what we're doing and how we do things, and I think we do things in a unique way. So the demands around here are specific, and what we're learning is guys are all in on it. Guys are attentive, they're working hard, they're really trying to deliver what we're asking, which is minimally what a coach wants and asks. So I think we talk a lot about team first and running for each other and off the pitch doing those types of things. And in Mexico, we really came together in all ways. So again, what did I learn as a coach is that once again, I have a team that's together, that loves the idea of togetherness, that works hard for each other, that enjoys the work on and off the field. So yeah, the games gave us some information tactically and which we take from, but then also physically where we're at, which is a big thing for us this time of year with Champions Cup on the horizon 2 weeks away. So I think we're in a pretty good place where, again, I've said it, a young team, but with that we can run and repeat. But yeah, the games have given us some real-time information.
We travel down here to Palm Beach Gardens, Florida now for the second half of preseason travel. Is there anything you're looking for in this week time span specifically for the team to prove upon as we head into those, first few weeks of the season?
Yeah, look, the most important thing is checking for understanding that we're doing our part to make sure guys are clear on what the roles are. And we try to provide that framework, principles, structure, organization to everything we do. So I've said it, we're only teaching if they're learning, and the games will give us that information because there's stress, there's opposition, there's fatigue, there's the elements that we can't always provide that D.C. United will give us tomorrow. So we'll look for the checking of understanding tactically to see if we're clear in all the phases, and then again, at some humidity and heat, how do we hold up? And then with a game on the horizon where the margins will be thin, we think that can we improve on the set pieces, the dead ball situations in a game tomorrow. So it'll be a good test for us. I hope we see a really strong team from DC that pushes us. I know they're well coached and they'll be ready to, I'm sure, excited to get after someone besides themselves. So we're looking forward to that.
It's good to have Kevin Cabral back in the group now. What are you seeing from him in his first few days back on the pitch?
He didn't know I was watching in the locker room, on the first day back in Denver, and he's walking around with like what I call a boom box. He's got this massive radio bobbing around the locker room, dancing, and Kevin brings personality first and foremost. He's got a wonderful demeanor about himself. He's a team guy. He's always smiling. Loves the group, loves team, and then when he steps on the pitch, it's always instant energy, always a threat behind. Another guy up there that gets on the same page well with Georgie and those guys. So, it's last year a bit we missed him so much when he wasn't part of it, and it's great to have him back.
In these, first few scrimmages of the year, how do you think they specifically helped us prepare for that first competition in CONCACAF Champions Cup that we'll face here soon?
Well, yeah, the teams we played in Mexico, and we played some different types of teams, but they challenged us with direct play. They challenged us with tactically loading our back line. They challenged us in their possession, all things that we're going to see out of LAFC. I think when you talk about what that game's going to be like too, there's a required savviness when you play a team like LAFC. They've been in these games before. They've lifted trophies before. So now when you go to Mexico, in the culture of that type of football too, there's savviness and ability to draw fouls and to play the game within the game. So we got all of that out of Mexico, our trip there, and now we see it almost a different level of other teams like us battling in these last couple of games before we play LAFC. So as much as you can try to prepare for the opponent at this time of year, so much of it is us getting good at being us, honestly, because you don't know exactly what they're going to do, how they're going to line up. We've seen some footage already with the 4 in the back, but they've done some different things. So much of it is Rapids versus Rapids around here, us challenging ourselves to be really, really clear and strong with what we do.